Welcome to our daily devotional series, The Daily Herald. I pray that these messages will come to you as an encouragement and a reminder to be heralds of the Lord daily. God bless you.
Crucified Redeemer. August 3. Then Agrippa said to Paul, "You almost persuade me to become a Christian." Acts 26:28.
The whole company had listened spellbound to Paul's account of his wonderful experiences. The apostle was dwelling upon his favorite theme. None who had heard him could doubt his sincerity. But in the full tide of his persuasive eloquence, he was interrupted by Festus, who cried out, "Paul, thou art beside thyself. Much learning doth make thee mad." The apostle replied, "I am not mad, most noble Festus, but speak forth the words of truth and soberness. The king knoweth of these things, before whom also I speak freely. For I am persuaded that none of these things are hidden from him. For this thing was not done in a corner." Then, turning to Agrippa, he addressed him directly. "King Agrippa, believest thou the prophets? I know that thou believest." Deeply affected, Agrippa for the moment lost sight of his surroundings and the dignity of his position. Conscious only of the truths which he had heard, seeing only the humble prisoner standing before him as God's ambassador, he answered involuntarily, "Almost thou persuaded me to be a Christian." Earnestly the apostle made answer, "I would to God that not thou only, but also all that hear me this day were both almost and altogether such as I am." Adding, he raised his fettered hands, "Accept these bonds." Festus, Agrippa, and Bernice might in justice have worn the fetters that bounded the apostle. All were guilty of grievous crimes. These offenders had that day heard the offer of salvation through the name of Christ. One, at least, had been almost persuaded to accept the grace and pardon offered. But Agrippa put aside the proffered mercy, refusing to accept the cross of the crucified Redeemer. The king's curiosity was satisfied, and rising from his seat, he signified that the interview was at an end. As the assembly dispersed, they talked among themselves, saying, "This man doeth nothing worthy of death or of the bonds." Further reflection: how many of God's appeals have I almost responded to?